Bridges and beaches. We're back, baby. What's up?
New episode, new face.
Yeah. You going baby face on us, huh?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the beard. I can just decide to not shave for 2 weeks, and then I have a beard, and then I did to shave.
Well, the weather's getting nicer in New York.
It is. You can see you can't really see the flowers anymore, but these two trees right here, they were very floral in the past few weeks.
They're very green. Yeah,
they are very green now. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's for those who don't know, because I mention it every 6 minutes on average an episode. Where I come from, it's a desert. No, it's not a desert, but it's not a lot of seasons.
It's a Mediterranean climate, because it's literally on the Mediterranean.
It is. And there's not a lot of seasons per se, and most of the trees are evergreen. So you don't have foliage, and you don't have, a nice flower spring. It's just it's just always the same. Yeah.
I did tell you, and I've said it on the show before, but I had no idea there were evergreen trees in Israel when I was there. My mind was blown. It was like a forest, kind of a little bit like I was when I grew up in Oregon, and even NorCal. It felt very eerily familiar, except for all the writing on the signs and the people that were walking around.
Yeah,
but, I don't know.
Seasons is something it's a fairly new concept for me.
But it snows in parts of Israel, doesn't it?
It does, like in up north. Where I grew up, it's colder, still mostly evergreen. And yes, you get some snow, you get some rain, obviously, but it's, here it's just something different. It's a very distinct 4 seasons here, at least in the Northeast where I am. California, it's probably similar weather, but you do have foliage and you have all these things, right? You have everything. Becomes orange in Orange County around November, right?
It gets What it gets what? November?
Like the leaves turn brown and orange and the thing.
Yeah, we still have leaves do fall off the tree.
Yeah.
They just come back really quick. Like the tree in my front yard has had all its leaves back for at least a month and a half. At least.
A very short winter. And also your winter. I remember talking to you 3 months ago. We were sitting outside the pool.
So we had fall summer already. So it was 90 something degrees for a week straight. So we had 2 different pool parties so far this year already, and then it got cold again, and it started raining again.
So what's cold? 71 degrees is cold. What's cold for you?
It's, cold to me is in the 60s.
Okay.
In the 50s and 60s, but at night it gets into the 49. I feel bad when Buddy's got to go out, at 49.
49.
He's got a tremendous amount of fur on him.
This morning I did my 6 a.m. run, and it was around 50, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I can just wear shorts. It's fine." That's what
So I was in some snow this week, believe it or not. No, I didn't even tell you this yet.
You didn't. I do follow your Instagram.
Let's talk about. So since we just coincidentally were talking about malaria weather, where it's up and down all day long. I had to go to Denver. Well, I had to go to Colorado Springs. So first thing is I shot the main show. I was going to shoot the main show. I was there, but I wasn't. So I wasn't planning on doing the show. So I already had my bag packed, my carry-on and my backpack ready to rock and roll. I was going to bring my golf clubs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, a new sponsor signed a contract but asked if we could shoot it while we were in Denver next week, one of the episodes. And I was like, sure.
Oh, so it's a new sponsor that was in the conference
for the main show.
Yeah, for the main
show. Yeah, they were already gonna be there, and then they were like, why don't we just shoot it while we're there? And I was like, hell yeah, because that 2 birds, 1 stone, I'm already gonna be there. And then I can justify sending the invoice right away if we're gonna just shoot it right away. So I had to immediately try and change things. Now, I bought some new travel tripods. I bought enough that I could do my cameras and my lights. But because of the time crunch, I only had one already in existence, so I needed to play, so I had to order them, and then I needed to play with the setup here in this studio. So I had to try and put the lights on, and the travel ones do not support the weight. It bends over like a noodle. So
Classic.
I had to send those back yesterday. Two of those back yesterday.
So you sent bent noodles back to Amazon?
No, they didn't bend. It wasn't like that. It's carbon fiber, okay. So it just leaned over on how the telescoping.
I have nothing to say. You could have sent empty boxes back all I care. That's all.
I could have, but I'm an honest, nice person.
You are.
And so the cameras work, but they're not super stable. So I was trying to get my clothes and the tripods and some of like the cables into my clothes suitcase. So I had to go unpack my carry-on, go get the big 28-inch, put the real light tripods in at an angle because they're super long. So they had to go diagonal, and then throw my clothes over the top, and then I put the 3 travel ones in, and then my clothes. Like it was 65-pound, 28 inch suitcase. Plus the carry-on has the actual cameras and the actual lights in it and the microphones. So that sucks. And then my backpack was to the brim because I need to have a book to read on the plane because I'm trying to be a better person and not just watch YouTube the whole time.
Well, first of all, what book are you reading? And second, were you able to not watch YouTube all the time?
Mein Kampf. No, I'm just kidding. Embarrassingly, it's a Dan Brown book.
Oh.
The guy that wrote the Da Vinci Code.
I love the Da Vinci Code books, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know he was putting out new books. So I do have his newest one over there, but I'm reading the one before. It's called
it's all the same Robert Langdon series, like the same.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
shit.
no, you can put it down.
I like to go into the page
turner. Yeah, you can't. You really can't.
So I'm reading Origins, the one that came out in 2017, which is like about a big religious discovery.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
basically an Elon Musk type figure is like the guy that it's centered around.
Yeah. So have you finished the book?
No, so don't stop. I'm a little more than halfway.
Okay, so is that the one that's said? I mean, obviously it's in Europe, but does it start in Bilbao, in Spain?
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
correct.
Yeah, that's the last one I read. I think there's another one.
Yeah, so I haven't finished it yet. I know we're still talking about my thing, but I just want to say that book is dragging on a little bit, and I need something bigger to happen. It took too long to get to the initial first thing, and it's taking too long to get to like a second discovery, if you will.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think that's basically
okay. Tell me this: is the payoff going to be worth it?
In a funky way, yes, I think so.
Do they ever actually say what it is?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know. Don't say no more, fam. So now I have a 65-pound travel bag, a golf bag, a carry-on, and a backpack stuffed to the brim. And then because of the new stupid battery rules, my backpack has to have all that crap in it, and I have a lot of batteries and cameras and things like that.
Oh, you can't put batteries in the checked-in luggage now or something like that?
Yeah, correct. Because, the lithium catches on fire. And on top of it all, just coincidentally that week, my day job now is locked our computers down so much that I have to bring 2 computers to do like non-work stuff on a computer. Yeah, it won't go anywhere or do anything, like nothing. So I have it feels like a 17-pound like day job laptop plus my MacBook Air that I run for the pods. It was heavy. So I get to the airport and I check the 2 bags, and at John Wayne Airport, you have to take your golf clubs to like the thing right by the parking garage to like have it. So they see me drop the bag, and they see me go back to the parking garage. So I look suspicious, So because I have to go out and get my carry-on bag and my backpack now. So I come back in, and they have my golf bag just completely opened and torn apart, going through every club. But I get there, and we're not done yet. So I get there, I land, I finally get my bags. There was a little complication with retrieving my golf bag. I think they wanted to keep it for themselves, but I got it. I didn't realize that Colorado Springs is like an hour and a half away from Denver. I just thought it was like a 15-minute thing. So we got a little sticker shock on my $300 Uber ride down to Colorado Springs. And mind you, I'm paying for this out of the podcast budget.
Yeah.
So I get there. And it's 80. It's 80 degrees. It's nice, right? It's a nice day. Get there. We have a big night of drinks, welcome reception, the whole thing. The conference was super awesome. By Tuesday, it was sideways raining and in the 30s. Windy, and the Broadmoor Hotel is like an amazing hotel, so everybody gets umbrellas back and forth between all the buildings, blah, blah, blah. It's cool. Golf was on Wednesday morning,
Cancelled,
so all that work to bring my clubs. Otherwise, I would have brought the Pelican case, but because I had to bring my clubs, I had to consolidate everything into one.
Let me ask you another side question. Does it really matter to get your clubs and not just rent something on the course that they
Yeah,
have?
dude, I'm tall. You're tall too.
Everybody
They're
would
gonna
have
give
some.
you just the most like the everyman clubs. It's like going. It's like if you needed to rent shoes and they only had one size, it's
I
gonna be a
see.
10.5.
I see. Okay.
Like it ain't gonna work for me,
Yeah.
but it'll work for a lot of people, you know.
So what you mean.
But
Okay.
also like there's a comfort in having like your stuff there.
No.
you know?
Look, I am aware of that. It's just like what you've described sounds like a nightmare to me. Like my life
It
goal
was a
when I
fucking travel
is-
nightmare.
Yeah.
Because when you bring your clubs, you have to rent Uber XLs now because it doesn't fit when somebody shows up in a fucking
Mm-hmm.
Prius C. It just doesn't fit in there. So you have to rent. I learned that the hard way in San Francisco. You got to rent. You got to get the big cars, and you got to hope and pray and cross your fingers that it's a minivan that shows up.
Yeah.
And it was a minivan, and on the way back was a Model X, but and they fit. But so golf was on Wednesday, and there was rumors that there was going to be 7 inches of snow on Wednesday morning, and it was looking like they were going to come true. Now I woke up Wednesday morning; it was not 7 inches of snow; it was probably like 3 or 4. But also woke up to an email that golf was canceled. So I brought my clubs and changed my whole life and made my travel situation a fucking nightmare
For no good
for
reason.
nothing. But it gets worse. It does get worse. So my flight was now at 7 p.m., a little after, because I was supposed to be playing golf until about 1, and then it's a 2-hour drive
Yeah.
back up to the thing, you know, to the
To
airport.
Denver. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. So now there's no golf. It's 6:30 a.m. I'm looking at myself in the window completely naked, looking at it snowing.
That must have been fun. So, and there wasn't any conference on Wednesday. Basically, just you.
No, this was the last thing. So the closing reception was Tuesday night, and then golf was the last excursion for people that were selected to golf. I believe there was 40 of us that were selected.
Oh, okay. So at least you weren't like alone. Or something.
Yeah, there was 40 of us out of 650 total people that attended the conference. And it's a retreat, by the way, not a conference. But it was done really well. Totally going to go back next year. Amazing.
No, it looked
One of my
amazing.
favorite conferences of all time. Fit to Finish was perfect.
I would probably,
Except for the Broadmoor is an old boomer hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice. It's one of those places where they're too nice. They're too. What do you need, sir? What can I get you, sir? How can I help you, sir? Over here, sir. Oh, by the way, here. Penny for your thoughts. That sort of place. And they also know that you're very isolated. So things are expensive. So, for example, nachos at their built-in bowling alley is $27 base price. I can hear. We'll cut that in post. $27 base price for the nachos, and $23 to add steak to the nachos. So yeah, that kind of place. And I will tell you, it is
no place around.
bowling alley nachos.
Yeah, no, I
it
can
is.
imagine.
They are not. The ones at Kelly's are nice nachos. These were not nice nachos.
I have never seen a place where they overcharge you for something. You say, oh, well, at least it's nice. It's usually if you're trapped audience. That's
My biscuits and gravy plus a cappuccino for breakfast was $47. So that's the type of place you're at.
yeah.
But the Fit to Finish place is nice. But here's my big gripe: is you have 650 people there, right? And there's like 7 or 8 restaurants on site there, and most of them don't open on like till the evenings. You know, that's just what you would expect for a place because there's not normally conferences there.
Yeah.
Not normally. Normally it's regular vacationers, and then most of them close 9, 10 o'clock. There's only one that's open till 1, and that's the lobby bar of the main building hotel. However, the first night there was private dinners at the other restaurants, so nothing was open. You couldn't go in there on the bar. Totally get that. Actually, I got another complaint just popped in my head. All the other nights, everything was closed. So you have 650 people in one single bar open. One, the lobby bar. And of course, the people are super overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? You know, everybody's trying to cram in, and it's raining. And like, so
Probably
it's
used to pouring
raining.
like one glass of wine a night, and now they have 600 people.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a piano player in there. All the tables are empty.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Grandpa's already taken his Metamucil and is already watching American Pickers. Like, and there's only one guy now, so American Picker. So that's normally what's happening. That's their normal life. And so I have a handwritten thing that you're supposed to put your feedback, and I'm going to say, hey, open at least one more bar.
Yeah.
Like at least one more in the evenings, you know, like happy hour till 9, please. And then a lot of the people do go to bed about 9, even at the conferences. Then we can let us late night
Well,
people
it's
do
a
their thing.
retreat. People wants to maybe take their sleep. Maybe they have to wake
Yeah,
up
like,
for
well,
yoga,
that too,
whatever,
but
yeah.
also like I'm really there to like socialize and network with my people, you know? people that I don't normally get to see. And I just need that. I need that. I feel like I need that. So I will fill that thing out. Also, I did do a big dinner, and it was an interesting way they did it. So they have a really nice restaurant. It's called the Penrose. It's up top in their south building. Men are required to wear a sport coat or blazer. And if you don't have one, they will give you a loaner blazer.
Cheers, you look like a clown.
But because we had rented almost the whole restaurant, with that did not apply. So it was really interesting because like the sponsor that I was with, they had a long table, right? And there's probably 40 people at their table. But then another sponsor had the table right next to us, long table. So it's like these two long tables in the main dining room with like the competing sponsors and like the people there. And you could hear their conversations if you really wanted to. And then the other side of the restaurant, you know, there was other smaller sponsors in there too. But we got there at 7 o'clock, normal thing, right? You know, 7 to 9, 7 to 10 for a lot of people doing the dinners. At 9 o'clock, I had to leave to go to my next meeting and still had not been served dinner. Yes.
7 to 9.
Was drinks only with bread on the table, and then they brought an appetizer at 8:45, which is it was a regular restaurant appetizer, like a nice restaurant appetizer.
So clearly the space was not used to
that level of people. And I can't really fault the kitchen, but I can because they knew we were coming.
Yeah.
For almost 6 months.
Yeah.
So and it maybe preparing a beef Wellington for
that's what they served?
That was what was on the menu. That and then a fish option and then a vegetarian option.
Take whatever meat, put it in a fryer.
And don't do the one you have to like wrap and bake and do all that shit with.
Like,
you know,
like 24 hours preparation. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a bunch of ribeyes or a bunch of like skirt steaks, and you slap them all on the grill.
That's exactly what
you could do like 20 at a time.
It's what's annoying that the people that organize the retreat probably worked so hard to make sure that everything is coordinated, that like the content.
And they did an excellent job. It's just
they did, but then that's the small things that gets you like
dinner, like eating fucking dinner.
Eating dinner, exactly. Set up.
That's night is where I went and got the nachos. Was after that. So I went from supposed to be having a beef Wellington to having nachos, and I refused out of principle to do the steak option. I did not do the steak.
I can guarantee that the steak would not have improved.
Maybe they could have went. Yeah, you know, it probably would have had to wait for the fucking Wellingtons to be done up top and have them bring them across.
It's the same kitchen that makes them. No, but that's the thing. You know, that's the thing I think about all through life. Sometimes you're trying to like work on this big thing, whatever it is, especially when hosting people. Like you have this idea, like I'm going to make whatever. When I used to host dinner, even like for friends, I'm going to make this fish and I'm going to make it fresh and I'm going to make some fresh pasta. And then they come over. The kitchen looks like a terrorist attack. Everything's all over the place. And now as they're sitting down, I'm trying to fry the fish. Like, no, put the lasagna bake in the oven.
Yeah.
They're sitting down. You serve the thing, the center of the table. You each get a piece and you sit down and you have dinner. Like it's not, you don't need any extravaganza. It's not about that. It's about making sure people have what they need. No one.
I wonder
if
they had like one big beef Wellington loaf.
Just like one to the center of the table.
Yeah, they were just like cutting slices off and giving it to people.
I'm guessing that's what they did probably, but like even on the bigger, like sometimes it's just focus on the small basic stuff, and people will have a way better experience than any other.
So there is a one of the guys that was sitting across from me. He works for a large ticketing company that and he's an Indian fella. So you know who I'm talking about. He was sitting across from me, and he stayed. Or no,
name stuff with P?
It does. Yeah. Yes, that's it. He stayed, and he came into the bowling alley afterwards, coincidentally, and he's like, "Yeah, it wasn't worth it." And he's like, it was like another. But he also told me more than half the people had left. So I think I was the guy that
started the whole thing.
Like I was the first one to be like, I was the guy that did it.
And it's very on character for you to be the guy that started the.
I mean, look, I kept telling him, and even the rep that I have, he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man, but like I have other meetings that I have to get to. Like I have late night meetings. So but my story, it doesn't end there.
No,
this was another side quest.
I'm waiting for your
adventure.
Yeah.
I always have travel adventures. So 7 o'clock flight, right? 7:30. So I stand by my ass onto a 12:30 flight in Denver. It is now, I have to leave by 8 a.m. to get up there at an appropriate time. But as you know, when traveling standby with checked bags can be tricky. Especially when I had a layover that I had to stand by onto a second flight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do have status on this particular airline, so I'm usually high on these sorts of lists, but it's not guaranteed. So I got my ass there, and I went into the Sky Priority line to check my bags. And thankfully, there was a red coat there, which is like, the main guy at Delta. And I was like, dude, I have a problem. Like, can you help me get these bags onto this flight that I am not confirmed on, because I'm probably going to be confirmed on this flight. And he was like, oh, this is super easy. And he did. He showed me the tags. So it was both the flights that, like, my standby flights. But now the trick was I had to get up there and try and get on the planes.
I mean, worst case, it would have been waiting for you at the airport.
Yeah, for like 6 hours, because I was arriving more than 6 hours ahead of time.
You can make sure, I mean, it's fixable. But yeah.
Yeah, so like the new flight was scheduled to get in about 4:10. And then my original flights were scheduled to arrive at almost 11, or almost 11. Yeah. So it's really close to the curfew at John Wayne, SNA. But so I get in, and then now I'm there, and I'm breathing a little easier because I don't have my bags, I only have my carry-on. So I hit the new Sky Lounge at Denver. It's pretty good. Slam a few mimosas, do my own personal expense report. I get caught up on both my works, which was awesome to have that time. So then I go over to the gate, and they clear 3 people and I'm 4th.
Oh.
But there's 12 seats.
Yeah.
So I talk to the nice girl. I try to bat the eyelashes,
It wouldn't have worked on me, but I don't know if it
yeah. She's like, by the way, sir, I'm a lesbian. But she's like, look, she's like, you're Jordan, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm totally going to clear you. Like, just give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there. And then she finally clears me. And then she upgrades me to comfort.
Oh.
So that was super nice.
So the lashes worked.
But I got the seats wrong, because normally, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. Mm-hmm. Even when they eliminate a seat, it's still D, E, F on the other side. Yeah. So I sat in D, thinking because I had D that I was the aisle. But then a guy was like, yeah, no, that's my seat. And I was like, fuck, D's on this particular aircraft.
No, it was in the middle.
D is the middle. And because I had to like swing my carry-ons and Denver was cold, I had my Canada Goose jacket on to try and like get past the lady, so she didn't get all like pissy with me. And I had to tough out sitting in the middle seat on an airplane,
with a Canada Goose jacket,
a Patagonia vest, and a
at least
for an hour and a half.
At least you have 6 more inches of leg room.
Sweating, bro.
Yeah, no.
What?
At least you have 6 more inches of leg room.
Yeah, I don't know to feel like it, bro. Yeah. But I don't know what 6 inches is like, so I couldn't tell you.
You know about the 3.5, right?
yeah. I'm used to the 3.5. So I got there and it was all right. And then at the next one, I also had to wait and stand by and ask and beg and pleaded. Now that guy, the baby blues weren't going to work for that guy.
Yeah.
But I did get cleared at the end. I did not get upgraded. Also got a middle seat, but I made him gate check my camera bag. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I only had my coat off of my persons and my backpack.
Very good.
So
what happens in the US if your luggage is delayed or like gets separately from you? Like what kind of responsibility?
So if they find it, what has happened to me lately when they lose my bags and they find it is they use a gig economy service courier that brings me the bags when they locate them.
Okay. That's good.
So
when I was in Colombia, talking about 7 years ago.
Yeah, you're smuggling all that cocaine back up here. Yeah,
exactly,
I remember that.
Exactly, yeah. I got some still in me. So I was with my wife and we landed in, I want to say, some
Bogota?
Airport. It wasn't Bogota. It was up north. It's not Cartagena. It's whatever. It's like Santa Teresa, but it's like a 2-hour drive from the airport to the city. The city, by the way, most famously renowned for every person who goes there gets robbed with either at gunpoint or a knife. I don't know why we went there, but we did just to kind of see the place. And one of our luggages was delayed. It was like, yeah, we'll be here soon. It's not here yet. Go to your hotel. We'll get it over to you. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm in what seems to be, I don't know if it's formerly a third world country, but it was very much felt like it.
Emerging country. We call them emerging.
Emerging country. Nothing in plain sight. that gave us any sort of proof that we should trust those people. They're like, yeah, don't worry, we'll get you the bags. They're like, okay, we're writing the address on a paper.
Oh, great. So now they know to come kidnap you and take all your shit.
Exactly. But it's like, it's the airline people. And we get to the hotel, and this hotel is like gated with like triple locks because no one wants like to leave it or get back. Again, I don't know why we went there. Whatever, 7 years ago, me should answer that. And sure enough, about 4 hours later, we get a phone call like, "Hey, your luggages are here." And like someone with a tag, like they drove for 2 hours to give us the lost luggage. I was very impressed by that. I was wondering if it happens the same to you as
yeah. So I've only had my luggage lost one time, and it was like we did the same thing where we jumped on different flights, and they just were gonna lose it. It was just how it was gonna happen. And because they canceled a flight and then they uncanceled a flight, and it was our whole thing. So luggage got stuck in limbo, but they got it, and then they did do a gig economy thing. It was like a kind of like a deliver it type thing. But where I could see the guy on the map where he was. And then when he got there, and he was dropping the bags off, it was like 1 a.m. And I was like, what is the service? And he said, like, this is what he does. And he just loves it because he could sit there, listen to his podcast, or drive around and have to take passengers. He had his car stacked with bags too. Yeah. And he was he came from Portland down to Salem, which was about an hour. And then he was going to Bend next, which was 2 hours over the mountains to the other side of the state.
So I'm not gonna assume which app car service was it, but essentially it was an Uber-like service where they
it was not Uber, it was not Lyft. I'd never heard of it before, but it was designed for this courier type service.
So essentially you are being paid like a taxi driver, but you don't
without what they call a PAX.
Yeah,
which is a passenger.
Yeah, with the PAX. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if I like to smoke in my car, like most Uber drivers do, apparently, and didn't want to talk to people, and also probably wanted to drink while I was driving, it's a great service. Just go pick up other bags.
I'm free for free now. Okay, interesting. Very good.
Yeah.
So, but the luggage were not delayed. You were on the middle seat, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, I had a middle seat, so I had to tough it out. Thankfully, the flights were about an hour and a half each.
That's good.
Because it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. We had to go to Salt Lake City and then back across. Yeah. I did want to eat in Salt Lake City, but there was nothing around except for the lady. I thought about going to CPK, California Pizza Kitchen, and I was like, that's too much to get. But the lady next to me in the aisle definitely had a full fucking pizza, and it was the one that I like, and she wasn't going to eat the whole thing, and then she left it on the plane on the way afterwards, and I really could have used a slice.
I sometimes think you can just ask. Next time, just ask. See what happens.
I didn't want to talk to people. I don't like to talk to people on planes. I'm over talking to people on planes.
I once had a conversation with someone, and she turned out to be an insane lady, and it was a 12-hour flight.
Yeah. So that's why I've had those on international flights. So I don't talk to people. You just got to do the American Sign Language to it, and then
I know that one.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. So that was your week. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
No, none. Thankfully, trying to just maybe take it easy a little bit. I kind of want to take my dog to go get lunch in a little bit here. Patio sitting.
Oh, that's awesome.
He gets kind of bored doing that, it seems like sometimes.
Also, I'm following many other podcasts, but the local one you have set up, the P-Town Pulse, seems to be really kicking off, man. It's really good.
Yeah.
The last one, when you shot that, I think it was Kelly's, the setup was...
I'm really getting my lifestyle. You should see the ones that I shot in
looking
Denver.
Very, very good.
There or in Colorado Springs.
When you shot me, you just put me on your bed in the hotel, and you told me to smile.
Well, you always said you didn't want your face in it, so that's why I said just bend over.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I was young, I needed the money, I just did it. But
look, we all now you could go drive suitcases around. It's a lot easier.
Now I know. Yeah,
you don't have to walk funny.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was only 3.5 inches, so it's fine. Yeah,
but wide.
That's good. That's really awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to do another one. There's added outdoor brewery. I haven't fully talked to the guy yet. He's requested, but I'm going to go shoot it at the outdoor brewery and see what I can do in like natural light.
You should go now and start pitching to people. You love you can't go to the Brea Steakhouse because it's in Brea and out in the center.
Probably won't be able to. Well, yeah, but I did have one of the episodes is a Brea-based business, but I'm just trying to give the Kellys one a little room to breathe. But hiring the new third-party editor, so I don't have to do it, has been like a lot of stress off of my shoulders.
And would they take all of your shows?
Yeah, so right now I'm having them. This is the only one that I edit because it's pretty easy for me to edit this one, and I want to stay.
Pretty easy, as in upload to YouTube. Go.
But no, because I have to still switch it.
No,
And sometimes when we say all that racist stuff, I have to cut that out. You know,
What racist stuff? Yeah, we do say a lot of racist stuff. Yeah, we do.
we can though,
Okay.
because I'm white and I have privilege.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, I think that's going to be it for today on this one because we are running a little long. So, anything? What are you doing this weekend?
It's going to be rainy again, but having a little date night. We're trying to do like a date night every like once a month or so. So that's
Well, you should do it more often than that. But I'm good. Good for you.
But then think about it. Every time we go on a date night, there's like another extra child for child care.
You make the big bucks. You're fine.
That's true. That's true. Should do it.
I know. You gotta spend it. Come on. don't be.
No. Oh wait, there's a nickel here. Just a second.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Well, that was good. Let's see. Maybe I'll just let her fly. We've been doing pretty good lately. We'll see. I'll think about it.
Think about it.
All right.
All right.
Well,
So next
everybody,
week.
we'll see you in a week or so. Bye.